All right, but y'all want to grow the tree from the sky down. All right, and you can't do that. It doesn't happen that way. Get to know thyself, and then through that pattern, through that blueprint, okay, in which the Institute of Divine Metaphysics, they on point. The Institute of Divine Metaphysics, was I seen on Date and Access TV, they got the pattern, the threefold pattern, okay? All right, what is it? The court roundabout, the Holy of Holies, and shoot, what was it? I forget. All right, I'll check y'all out later, and y'all can help school me on a little later on, okay? But you know, I have the premise of it, the premise of the three, okay, which is where you get your Trinity from. So you have to understand that to know the Most High, you have to know yourself. So you start with self, and then you go ahead and you move on to greater things. But y'all want to start backwards. Y'all want to start from the sky down. No, it's not working like that. So Brother Clarence 13X, he founded the Nation of Gods and Earths, okay, the 5% Nation of Islam. He basically taught that, you know, the black man, he is not in his original state, his original condition. He is being debased and turned into a savage, right, through European colonialism and through imperial religions, okay? And he basically was showing them that, you know, they came from, you know, Asia and Africa, all right? And he basically told us that we formulated science and mathematics. You know, he got real deep, right? He got real deep. And needless to say, he was also assassinated, okay, like so many of black leaders are. Alright, so he said also that there are three types of people on this planet. You got the 85%, the 10%, and the 5%. That all comes to 100%. Alright, out of 100% of the people on the planet Earth, you have them broken down in 85, the 10, and the 5. Okay, now the 85% are symbolic to the doer stage. The blind, deaf, and the dumb. The poison animal eaters, okay? Those who wouldn't know truth if it came up and bit them on their backside, because they just don't have that mental capacity, all right, to fully understand what it's about, or what the universe, what God, or what self is about. All right, those are the 85%. And the majority of the world, dare I say, fall into that class, the 85%. The masses of people have been duped and have been tricked into believing that all these religious institutions are bettering themselves, okay, when in actuality, it's being twisted and converted today to actually withhold and contain God instead of let the God loose in them. Okay, then you got the 10%. Okay, they call these the bloodsuckers of the poor. All right, those who are ahead of your religious elite or your economically elite circles. Okay, your trilateral commissions, your councils of foreign relations, your Illuminatis, your Bilderbergers, you know, your secret governments. Okay, those are your 10%. Those people who actually dictate what goes on in the world today. The 10% dictate to the 85%, okay, the masses, the blind, deaf, and the dumb, the goyim, right? What they should eat, what clothes they should wear, where they should live, who and what they should regard as heroes. I mean, what is false information, what is true information, what is actual history, what is actual religion. The 10% dictate all of these things unbeknownst to the 85%, because they're too busy watching Ricky Lake and watching the NBA playoffs. See what I'm saying? Okay, so you got the 85%, blind, deaf, and the dumb, 10%, those who dictate the affairs of the masses, the blind, deaf, and the dumb, the secret governments or whatever, all right, who have the monetary funds, you know, big corporations and the religious elite also. And then you have the 5%, all right. The 5% is symbolic to the poor righteous teacher. All right, these are people who don't have the monetary funds to actually espouse or to propagate, you know, the truth about the Most High, God, reality, and the universe, right? But they do it through a mode called each one teach one, meaning that if I get the information, I'll pass it on. I give it to somebody else who is seeking, okay? Because when the student is ready, all right, the teacher will appear, all right? The teacher doesn't seek the student seeks the teacher, okay? So when I have this information and when another brother is sincere, right, about wanting to know what is what, who is what, why, when, whatever, I'm obligated to teach that brother like somebody else taught me, okay? So it's a domino effect. To each one teach one, all right? The 5%, those are, you know, your profits would be classified as 5%. your Isas or your Jesuses, okay, or your Yahshuas, which is your Jesus, or your Moses or your Elijahs, okay, or your Daniels or your Isaiahs and your Jeremiahs. It would be classified as 5% because they all came against the 10%. The 10% being the religious and the political power of that day. All right. Okay. Check it out now. I don't want to lose y'all because I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spill it. I'm going to spill it, right? Check it out. All right, let's do the Jesus thing, okay? Because everybody wants to talk about Jesus, right? All right. Jesus, symbolic to the 5%, okay? He was a poor righteous teacher. He didn't have money. He didn't have power or fame or worldly, all those worldly things which we all crave so much, okay? He shunned and he forsook all those things, okay? He came to the 85%, the Gentile or the ignorant, okay? He was preaching the kingdom of God that was soon to come, all right? But those people were ignorant to what he was actually trying to allude to, all right? But the 85% didn't listen to the 5%, Jesus. The Gentile didn't listen to Jesus. Who they listened to? They listened to Pontius Pilate and Herod, okay, and Caesar. The 10% of that day. The religious and the political powers of that day. They listened to the Pharisees and the Sadducees, okay, who were the religious elite of the day, okay. So the 85% who was basically, or should I say 5%, who is Jesus, was sent to save the 85%, to resurrect the 85%. But the people in which Jesus came to try and save and resurrect turned on him because the 10% told the 85% not to listen to the 5%. Understand what I'm saying? The 10% basically got the 85% to crucify the 5%. That's the way it's always been through history. All right, you're gonna have a minority of people that want to tell you the truth, okay? But basically, what you're gonna have, you're gonna have to compete with the media. You're gonna have to compete with the mainstream. You have to compete with the norms of society, so to speak, okay, which are all given to you by the 10%, those elites, okay? And those who don't conform to the norms of society will be killed and crucified, okay, whether it be mentally or physically, okay? They will be crucified. The 85% is going to turn on the 5% because of 10%. Did y'all follow that? All this percentage talk, all right? I mean, because that's real. I mean, everywhere I go, I see a lot of Pharisees and Sadducees, right, talking to people, the 85%, telling them, don't believe me. Don't listen to me. Guard your spirit from him. He's an abomination. Yeah, whatever, man. This ain't The Exorcist, okay? Get out Hollywood and TV land.